Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. Here is our Arcana setup for the day. We are going to be doing our first ever 32 Fear run.
Something for you.
And we're going to give Tula her first ever animal cracker, aside from when she first joined us. Heart Bond gives us more HP when we res, fishing point accurate, percent chance, and attack rate. Yeah, we'll definitely go Heart Bond here.
Works every time.
Have some nice animal crackers. We are going to be taking the Aspect of Pan, my old favorite weapon from the early access. It has been nerfed a fair bit from where it started, but it is a fun weapon. We are going to do 32 Fear. Let's see, what am I going to take? Let's see, my final 2 points. All right, we'll just do Denial, I guess. I want to keep my money so I can buy things from the shop still. So here we go, Underworld on, and we're going to take Poseidon's Keepsake for looking for his special.
All right.
See what we get.
Word has reached me that you clashed with Skilla and the Siren followers. So that's where they ended up. They once were the torment of many a sailor till I took care of them.
And okay, we got lowest tier special, but special nonetheless. We will gladly take that.
Yes.
So the way that the Vow of Denial works, Kiwi, in case you don't know and didn't have enough time to read it when it was on screen, is it makes it so any vows that we take of our three, whenever we are offered our 3 boons, the one we take locks out the other 2, and the other 2 will never show up for the rest of the run. It's helpful in one way because it can kind of set you up more likely to see legendaries and duos potentially, I think. Although I think they actually made it not that. That's how it used to work. I don't think that's the case anymore. I might be mistaken. Either way. More importantly, it makes it so you're more likely to get boons that you want, but also potentially lock yourself out of boons that you want. So it adds it's an interesting kind of, I guess there's no real reward. Unless it does increase your chances at duos, which again, I'm suspicious it doesn't. But with all that said, Aspect of Pan, in addition, is an old weapon favorite of mine. We'll go for the palm early. Oh wait, there's more over here. The way the Aspect of Pan works, Kiwi, is any enemy in your cast now has your special auto-target them, basically a homing missile of sorts. So it's really strong with Omega special builds, it's really good with just special builds in general, and Poseidon has an incredibly good special for this because each individual hit of our special will apply his splash effect, which does great AoE. If we hit multiple enemies, they're all going to get that splash effect activated, I believe. And it leads itself to doing a lot of damage, especially for AoE targets. It's a bit rougher on bosses because you have to stand still to charge it up. And especially as you get into higher fear, that makes it a lot weaker, or a lot riskier, I suppose is how I'd view it. Let's see, Hermes. Do I re-roll for a god? I think I re-roll for a god here. Let's see, coin, one more roll. HP. Hermes or HP? I think I need the HP more than I need Hermes here. Hasty Retreat would be decent, Travel Deal would be decent, so there are boons from Hermes that I want, mind you. I just don't think this is the run for them. I think I prioritize survivability over a little bit of speed that Hermes offers. My cast did not go off when I wanted it to there, unfortunately. Ugh, that armor did not break. Icky. That was a very icky. We took way more damage than we needed to. Honestly, Winter Circle might be... I feel like Winter Circle would be hit or miss. What we really needed is Glowing Coal or... what's the Zeus one? Lightning Lance. Either of those would be really good for this build because then I don't have to worry about going melee distance to drop my cast. Anyway, so today what we're going to be rambling about is RuneScape 3's construction update one more time because my goodness, Kiwi, I am having such a delightful time with it right now. It really has been a wonderful update for me. All right, let's risk it all. Chaos, give me special, please. Please give me something special.
Good to be back.
I mean, technically a fish is special, I guess.
Come on out. Good work, Tula.
You reached your father's residence, then disappeared, becoming undetectable to me. This was the work of Kronos, was it not? A transference into another realm of possibility, which you attempted to shut from the inside out.
I feel like this is something that Chaos should have access to, but maybe it's for the best that Chaos does not have access to all possibilities. Okay. 83% more damage on our specials. This won't apply to the cast itself. The only downside is I'm stunned for a second and 1.2 seconds
Chaotic.
every time I take a hit. All right, there's a high level Poseidon. We get a Zagreus shop. I think honestly I do not have enough to carry me against Zagreus. That high level Poseidon is very tempting, but I think I'm gonna just stack Poseidon for now. Or did I say, I was trying to say Zeus. I mean, that high-level Zeus is tempting, because I do want Zeus in this run, potentially. I feel like he has a lot of strong boons. Oh, goodness, I'm stunned. Don't know what these things are, these little sacky enemies. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, so enemies that have a multi-hit effect are going to be the scariest things here. Okay, these spawn infinitely. Interesting. All right, this should be fine. Hula heck them up. Yeah, we definitely want lightning and lance. I feel like what would be really good here is... I dash. I cannot dash. I could not cancel out of that. Unfortunate. All right, I am getting a little overwhelmed by these little enemies. So this is the Vow of Shadow, I believe, which makes enemies spawn shadow allies, which is a problem for me, apparently. We've almost got him. There we go. Okay, good. That was a little sweaty.
Until we meet again.
Wave Strike for our attack, Slippery Slope, High Surf. So I would have loved High Surf, but we need Slippery Slope here. We want to get Froth as soon as possible because that's going to massively boost our damage. 50% chance of application, and when it activates, foes have a... Oh, okay, it boosts the amount of damage from Froth. So Froth does, what, 125 damage, I think, if it's a 50% boost? Let's see, 50% of 75 is like 37 and a half. Yeah, so it'll do somewhere in the like 110 range extra damage 25% of the time every time we hit, and we're gonna be hitting very fast with our attack, with our special. I definitely need a way to sustain myself. I would love to see maybe, I mean, we're gonna be using a lot of magic, so getting a magic regain boon and then maybe boon water would be amazing from Selene, because we also have that godsent effect from Poseidon potentially. Anyway, let's focus on construction for a little bit. Oh, hey, Artemis. This is excellent. Okay, we want Artemis because crit chance will massively boost our damage potential. I'm certainly into this idea here. I can already tell that Froth is adding to our damage a fair bit.
Incoming supplies.
And anyway, so focusing on. So first off, what do they do with construction? So they have massively revamped the way it works. Now rooms are unlimited effectively. Or not unlimited. You get fewer total rooms overall, but the size of those rooms vary greatly. I do think it's a little silly that a room that is maybe like a very tiny room and a room that takes up a quarter of your screen are worth the same in terms of room quantity. I feel like they should have scaled it a little bit. Like, tiny rooms should not cost the same as much as big rooms, but maybe they should. I don't know. At the end of the day, I think it's fine how they did it. And I have more than enough room budget to make everything that I want to have happen very reliably. So it honestly is fine, I suppose. Let's see, what do we get? Some bones, some max magic. Can't open that yet. Can I get this? I can't get that yet. All right, no gift for
These
you.
Silver Sisters were the keepers of the Nocturnal Arms. The blades of Lim and Oro serve Knight's will at your command, but there is more to them.
Go on.
You're serious? I'm listening. What would you have me do?
Are we getting a new aspect, Kiwi?
At the Silver Pool, invoke the blades with this. I see your threefold shadow with the Phantom Queen. I think you're ready now.
I see your threefold shadow with the Phantom Queen. A waking phrase. Thank you for the honor, Artemis. Whose aspect is this, do you know?
Sorry, I skipped that bit of dialogue because I got so excited about a new weapon.
Oh, no one in particular, just another threefold goddess of shadow, like Sister Hecate, but of a different age and place. I shouldn't say more. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
What do you mean threefold?
I see your threefold shadow with the Phantom Queen.
Oh, okay, this is very tempting, especially because we're gonna get that Chaos Boon that massively boosts our base damage on special. The priming 40 magic is a bit rough, especially since we don't have a good gold magic regen. Support fire is always a scam, but it's really funny, but I don't take it. We take Killing Stroke here. I just need to find max magic. So I guess if I get offered max magic, I buy it.
Sister.
Mega moves do 50% more damage, would be pretty decent here. There's our first hammer. That could be very big for us. I'm gonna take this HP, I think. I need the survivability. Cast, I don't care about just yet. Wait, Omega moves again, very compelling, but I think I'll skip it. All right, don't get hit. Yeah, slay foes without getting hit. If we don't get hit here, we get another 25 HP. This is a build that is fairly easy and forgiving to not get hit on as long as I play smart and keep my distance. And I see you there. Don't think I didn't see you there being silly. Silliness is not allowed here. The only one who's allowed to be silly right now is me because I'm spamming specials left and right. I wonder if this counts as an encounter for Chaos. I assume not. That would be too good if it did. There we go, no damage taken, and a free 25 HP, which goes a long way on this run. We'll take the hammer now. We need a good hammer. Brick Knives or Hidden Knives would probably be best for us on this build, I think. Brick Knives is really strong. I'm just maybe not the best at using it reliably.
More coming.
Anyway, so aside from the smaller and larger rooms, which give you a lot of customization, I do think there's definitely some jank that needs to be worked a little bit around. They have some octagonal shaped rooms, which are really cool looking, but they make everything clip through the walls in a weird way, and things just don't place well in them, and I think they need to kind of rework that a little bit, because I love the way they look, but I hate how all the decorations inside of them look, because they're clipping through the walls, half of them.
Something changed about my chaos boon.
And the ones that aren't clipping through the walls are just not, are not against the walls. It looks really bad. Ugh, darn it, we didn't get good things. So dancing knives is cool until you realize it removes the ability for when you throw your special, it's kind of like a boomerang. It goes forward and then comes back. I guess that's not as much of an important, not as important for if I'm using the Omega special, so I guess I'll take this, but it will weaken our base special when I'm out of magic. Because see, it doesn't bounce back anymore if it bounced back there, but that's only because we didn't have an enemy that it would bounce to.
Warm cocoon. The spiderlings all multiply and come on out of there so soon to spin more little webs and die.
And one more time. Your laugh is weird, Araki.
Warm cocoon.
Alright, got some free coin. Any enemies? Alright, so I'll show you what I mean about the special in a second. Let's talk to her first.
I never truly stop to think how much alike we are, the two of us. Both outcasts, aren't we? You should be living in a palace, not talking to a spider in the middle of nowhere.
And you should be the most renowned, most beloved weaver in all the land. But that isn't what the fates had in store for us. Although, it's not all bad, is it?
It isn't. It isn't. Because if I was still up there, the envy of gods and mortals alike, I wouldn't have met you. My one true friend.
Yeah, your laugh creeps me out a little bit. No offense, Arachne. Love you. Just, alright. I guess I'll take maximum armor here because we are taking a ton of damage. And I don't have any cast damage. I don't have any hex, so Onyx Dress makes the most sense. We'll lose it by the time we're through after Hecate anyway. There's Hestia showing up, which is great for us. We want Glowing Coal, we want Smoldering. Any of those two would be amazing for us. We're trying to get her duo with Poseidon where we can, because that'll up our damage from Froth even more, because it basically applies a second... It's a damage over time effect, I'm pretty sure, but it feels like it's Froth. And we'll be applying it every time we get an enemy in our cast, which is kind of the core of our build, so works for me. Oh, you have armor. I was getting ready to charge up an attack into that one, and then like, oh, you're gonna hit me because I can't hit you through your armor. I don't know how that didn't hit me. I ran right into that. All right, so let's see. Anyway, so decorations in RuneScape 3 now are incredible. They really cooked. They came up with so many cool things. I think there are some things that are missing. I need a tub. I need a tub kiwi, or anything for a bathroom, really.
You made it all the way down to the Morning Fields before. A horrid place, or so I hear, and covered in dry brush far as the eye can see. Well, next time you're there, you burn your way on through. Hear me, hot stuff?
Yeah, light everything on fire.
All right, Snuff Candle, Glowing Coal. There's Glowing Coal. Giving up Snuff Candle is a bit rough. I would love that damage up later, but Glowing Coal is just so integral to the build, I can't not take it. And we get another Palm on the special for more damage. Would like to see that Omega, or I would like to honestly see that magic, but it's not worth giving up a Palm right now. I think out of all the options, we have a clear winner here. I do appreciate what Bouncing Blade is doing for us for AoE management, so maybe it was actually a really solid option for us, especially because we got that 83% damage up from Kronos and the crit chance from Artemis. I honestly think it's working really well for us. Yeah, okay. This is cooking. This is becoming something good. I think out of all damage, we want to just stack our special for now as much as possible. And there's our shop. Another HP would not be a bad option, but I think we could get HP here to begin with, and we get a boon no matter what. And we get Selene, and we get Ares. We got basically everything we could want. I do think I'll take this HP that will top us off. Take the Selene boon.
You have grown in experience so much using your craft that you managed even to rouse ever-sleeping Hypnos from his dreams. Mother Nyx has notified me that he is now back at his post, though with considerable makeup work.
He's gonna do his best, don't worry. Alright, Total Eclipse, Night Bloom. Ooh, Night Bloom. Okay, I love Night Bloom. Night Bloom is great for us. Let's take it.
Together we shine.
You have something to say too.
When next we meet in Tartarus, could I not give to you what gold I have remaining after making my purchases? As a sort of tip for your services. Otherwise it will wash us away. No goods, no gold. Got it.
Fair enough, but maybe you could sell us kudos then. The broker does that.
War cannot endure should supply lines be disrupted for too long, so I am ever grateful for your boatman, as I'd not have reached you now if not for him.
I appreciate him too. Alright, there is a very juicy looking attack. Sword Ring is very meh. I mean, out of the boons, I need a core boon from Ares, I believe, to be able to get his duo with Hestia for Glowing Coal, as well as... Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Controlled Burn. What do I need for your duo with Poseidon? Because I might try and not give up my attack just yet. Basically, any of his core boons would work, so Grizzly Gain would be kind of the ideal here, I think. Could try re-rolling for it, or I just say his attack is pretty solid here. Let's just take his attack. Let's lock it in. Alright, Hecate. What have you got for me, ma'am?
That little cat there by your side. I noticed her within our crossroads recently. Your power must be great indeed to have persuaded her to follow you.
That or she respects the cat tower I set up with Toppy next to me, which is really cute. She loves this cat tower so much.
Tula did take some convincing, Headmistress, but she seems to appreciate my company, at least most of the time.
And certainly our animal crackers and chin scritches.
Moody creatures, cats. Born huntresses, but uncontrollable. I almost fear to see just what this little one can do. With hounds, at least I know exactly where I stand.
I do kind of get that, Hecate. I do kind of get that, honestly. Oh, right. You have a giant AoE that I'm supposed to dodge. Whoa. Okay, we have to dodge that too. The glowing coal does mean that, in theory, I can toss out my cast and then just let the specials fly. Oh, there's the real one. She came to me. Yeah, I definitely want to see if I can get Smoldering. I get Smoldering and I'll be in a really good spot for... Oh goodness, that stretches pretty far. If I get Smoldering, I should be in a very solid spot for AoE DPS and getting the duo between Hestia and Poseidon, which will just which will just further boost our DPS. Are you real? No, you're not. So you must be up here somewhere. Is it you? Heck her up. Nope. Okay, there she is. We eventually figured it out. Fortunately, Auto Target decided that the clone was the fake, or was the real one. Alright, let's... Oh my goodness, that's a lot of grunting sounds. There you are. Nope, there you aren't. There you are. Yeah, Glowing Coal really likes the clone. Oh, I got faked out. I thought I was sad. I didn't think it was going to go as far as it did. Or actually, I guess I didn't think it was going to go it traveled further than I expected, or it traveled less far than I expected. Kiwi, I can't English. Bear with me. I am very tired after a long week of work, and in typical fashion, that seems to fundamentally affect my communicative ability. Definitely gonna have some coffee after this recording, I imagine. Oh right, I have Ares attack now. I have no reason not to. Whoa, gosh, I'm getting caught on these. Apparently my attack does cancel out my iframes on the dash. That's good to know, I suppose. Get one more hit, and there we go. All right, Hecate, that's you. I saw it. I saw it. Here, have a giant Omega Special and a second one. Oh well, of course you would do that. Night Bloom. We really need max magic. We're really hurting for max magic right now. A very slow Hecate, and definitely not the cleanest, but we didn't lose a Death Define, so I guess there is at least that to appreciate. We didn't even lose our Arachne armor yet, I should say. I should definitely put a strong caveat of yet on that statement. Ugh. Just zoning me so well.
Satisfactory.
I'm getting the feeling that I don't like Pan as much as I used to, unfortunately. Wow, we took 6 minutes.
Continue to grow, whilst I continue thusly testing you.
Or rather, 8 minutes. We took 8 minutes on this floor. That's not good. We really need some more boons. We have not had very much luck in getting god boons this floor. We have 3, maybe 4 boons.
Witness to your rival's fall.
Which I guess isn't bad, but it definitely doesn't feel great. Like, yeah, we only have 3 god boons this run so far, aside from... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kronos.
One thing I've wondered, Grandfather. For all these possibilities we face, I understand what happens if I prevail, more or less. But if I fail there, what then?
You do another run and try again.
The possibility remains. Nothing more. Do not concern yourself with that too much. You know there are a lot of these to go around. You may not prevail in them all.
Will I have other chances to correct my mistakes? Return to the same possibility and clear it up?
I do not know. Perhaps not. Perhaps even your failures, as you call them, shall have the desired result. There is much I do not fully understand. Embarrassing as that may be.
I'm learning too.
Interesting conundrum. Sand Pappy, have a sand. Nectar, have a nectar.
This is very generous of you. The House of Hades had a relatively small supply of this. But in my rancor, I had it all smashed up. This bottle I'll be careful to preserve.
Please, keep it, knowing nectar is also to be savored. As for those other bottles, the contents would have soaked into the earth, so perhaps the house is a bit brighter now.
Well, that is some, like, blatant optimism that I don't necessarily agree with. I appreciate the notion, mind you, but I don't know if I quite subscribe to that thought process. Alright, Charity Bottle, HP, I don't need HP, Sacrifice Boons. Specials deal more damage is actually quite nice, but I don't think we need it here just yet. I want to save my gold. I need boons more than I need damage right now, which, because boons translate into damage, but also potentially survivability. I mean, classically, it is the age-old survival equals kill things faster so they can't kill you. But
briny smell.
on to, oh gosh, we're gonna have to deal with Skilla and the Sirens. I need to get a Magic Regain boon ASAP, or I'm gonna have a really rough time. So this is where my current build really shines, is AoE damage. Like, look at all those little, what are they? I forget what they're called. I'm gonna call them spine noses for lack of a better name. We're just deleting them. One downside is these rooms that have a lot of low HP enemies have many waves. They just keep spawning over and over again, so they're very slow rooms when we're worried about making time. I don't feel like time will be as much of an issue until we actually have to fight him directly. I feel like Vow of Time was just a problem for the first 4. It may be a problem for the subsequent floors if they refuse to give us any boons, though. My gosh, we are not getting so lucky. I just need to remember that I do have wounds on my attack, and that will give us a lot. That will give us origination now. We have a very reliable source of origination because I just have to tag them with the attack, and then Froth with my special, and they are taking that boosted damage. There's Hestia. I guess I'm being mindful of time. I take the shop here, but I'm being mindful of coin as well. We'll take the guaranteed Hestia because I want her no matter what. I also need to remember that I do have Glowing Coal, so there's no reason for me to go face first into an enemy. As soon as we get Hestia's cast, though, we are set, because then I don't even have to use my attack to apply origination. We'll just get it from tossing out Glowing Coal, and wounds will be the icing on the cake for a little bit of extra damage. Honestly, though, the main reason we took wounds is, of course, to get his duo with Ares' duo with Poseidon. Anyway, so decorations, my goal was to kind of recreate what I had in my old house as well, focusing on smoldering, cardio gain, slow ooh, giving up slow cooker is a little sad here, because that would be so good for our build. Honestly, I'm gonna roll, that way I can maybe not lose slow cooker and also keep smoldering at a higher rarity potentially. Oh, you jerk. You monstrous jerk. I really wanted control burn for this turn. I'm rolling one more time. I'm gonna do it. 4th degree. Oh. Okay. Your fireball effects from Hestia inflict wounds with even greater power. So now we're gonna be doing a ton of damage with our cast. So I'm not gonna complain about that. Ooh, okay. That Chaos Room could be really good for us, but I think we go for Hestia here. Smoldering, Snuff Candle, or duo with Poseidon, any of those would just be incredible for this run. My goodness, our fireball sure is doing something. Night Bloom! I bet I could probably summon back its friend. Okay, yeah, we're starting to scale. We're scaling, Kiwi. We're scaling into Skilla. Okay. Really would love it if Hestia stopped giving us controlled burn and smoldering at the same time. I think I need smoldering more than I need controlled burn. I'll take one reroll and see what we get. Scalding Vapor. But I have to give up smoldering. Struck by your fire effects from Hestia. So this doesn't specify, actually interesting. This does not specify that it has to be Scorch. Oh, but smoldering would do so much damage. Oh well, I'm taking Scalding Vapor. I regret it. I'm gonna regret it. I'm gonna regret it so much. We'll take Narcissus here. He can give us a boon.
I mean, look at you. It's like, just wow. You know? Don't even have the words.
I have the words, take my love. That's what they say.
Limestone.
Anyway, what have you got to say, Narcissus? Actually, here, have a gift.
Hey, some nectar. How thoughtful. I used to mean it when I said it, but there comes a point you get so many gifts you don't know what to say anymore. Just stick to how thoughtful anyway.
I mean, at the end of the day, if someone is giving a gift, as long as there's not some weird ulterior motive behind it, it seems reasonable to be thankful for it.
In my family, the act of giving is a social custom and a simple show of courtesy, nothing else. It should be thoughtful, as you say, but it can also be reflexive, I suppose.
Interesting. Agreed, huh? Basically, sometimes you give on impulse just because it is the nature of what your family has taught you to do. I get that.
Hey, tell me something. Is Echo really not okay? I thought about the things you said, how she was all alone down in the fields. How could I hurt someone without even trying, you know?
I think it's because you didn't try that you hurt her, honestly.
Narcissus, don't take this the wrong way, but I'm impressed you've given any thought to someone else. As for Echo, she seems to be getting by. Is there something you'd like to say to her should I cross paths with her again?
Sure, go ahead and tell her that I hope she finds someone who loves her like I love me. But don't tell her I said it. She'd just get the wrong idea and her heart would break. Again.
Alright, Fate Fabric and rerolls, Mystery Boon, or Max HP. I think we take Mystery Boon. We're at the point in the run where we have 3 core gods, and the 4th god is kind of whatever we get. Demeter is decent for her cast. Aphrodite would be decent for her cast and her survival boons. Hephaestus would be good. Zeus would be good. I guess there's no bad god here, probably aside from maybe Apollo. And Apollo isn't even that bad. He's just, I don't want him. Alright, that works for me. Stabbing Dash, Grizzly Gain, Mutual Destruction. We need a Magic Gain boon. I don't know if this is a really good one for us. Wrecking foes with their weapon is a 20% chance to restore magic. Mutual Destruction is just really strong for us, I think, in this build, because we already have crit chance and then we have really high base damage, so I think I'll take that. I am locking myself out of a lot of good regen boons, so I have to be very careful going forward. I guess if I'm looking at our remaining gods in the pool, as long as it's not Hephaestus, we still have a decent chance for getting a good magic regain boon. And honestly, the base damage on our special is nothing to laugh at this point, because of all of the things we've stacked onto it, mostly by accident, frankly. Certainly don't have to worry about multiple enemy rooms anymore. Ow, 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 ow. Could we kindly not? Alright, we definitely have plenty of coin to afford something in the shop. We'll take the Nectar for a random palm effect. Hopefully it hits the special as always. Alright, I was wrong. It turns out my special does actually bounce back. It's mostly just like it bounces back after hitting an enemy, so it doesn't always cross through them or penetrate them the way it does. But I think, whatever this was called, I'm forgetting its name, but this knife boon actually seems fairly decent, so not going to complain too much about it. Anyway, beyond that, so decoration. So what was my idea? So for my floor plan, I had an idea of kind of a couple separated buildings, because I thought that would look cool. I have one building that has a bunch of areas for what I will hopefully eventually be altars to the gods, but I want to have every altar to every god possible, so I have this really cool idea where in the center will be Guthix's shrine, and then on one side will be Saradomin, Saren, and Armadil, who are kind of the more neutral and, at least, I would say, quote-unquote, good aligned gods. There's definitely, these gods are not, none of the gods are without their conflict, I suppose. And then on the other side, the more violent and quote-unquote chaotic or evil aligned gods with Zaros, Zamorak, and Bandos being on the other side. I thought would be a really cool kind of design. That is kind of the last major thing I have left to design in my house, actually. I'm currently farming bosses for those drops, because that is one of the coolest things that I really appreciate about this update, is that they made it so a lot of, there's a bunch of furniture drops, like blueprints that you can get from bosses now, as well as you can get, let's see, any Spark of Ixion is tempting here. I don't know if I want to risk HP loss, but we are going into, honestly, I'm going to take it. Because we won't get it in the next room. It'll be in the morning fields, and I don't think that'll affect the amount of rooms we're shown in the morning fields. We'll definitely take the shop here because I want god boons. Alright, we will buy the max magic here, but let's see what god we get first. Oh, it is Hephaestus. Oh, no. Anvil Ring. Why is Anvil Ring a fated choice? Have I never taken this before? I can't give up my magic here, and Smithy Rush isn't worth it. I don't like Anvil Ring. It's pretty weak, but I'll take it, I guess.
The Forge of the Heavens.
I wonder if we have any duos that we can set up for with Hephaestus, actually. He's really not one of my best god options, frankly, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll take the max magic, we'll take the max life, and... ugh, I don't really have a very good magic regain boon. I guess I'll have to go Hestia's cardio gain, but I think we gave that up too. I may have to take tough gain.
Some more, lady. Well, it won't work. No matter what you do, this crowd thinks it's all part of the act. They're not just here for the music, but the full experience.
And watching you and your band get trounced repeatedly is the experience you're seeking to provide. You artists truly do make sacrifices for your craft.
Well, you're so snarky.
That's right. I've given everything to reach this point in my career, to reach this very moment on this very stage, and I'm prepared to give even more. What about you?
I have something to give. A giant angry fireball followed by a bunch of knives. And of course you blocked all of that damage. Unfortunate. Oh goodness, how did I dodge all of that? I'm kind of proud of that one. That was actually pretty fancy, not gonna lie. Alright, can we get... okay, good, we got one down. Out. Roxy, if you don't mind. I can actually pretty reliably bounce attacks to her, I imagine. I need to listen to this song. I said this the last time I heard the song, but I need to listen to this song outside of the boss fight so I can appreciate it better. Alright, almost got pushed into that AoE, but we're fine. Oh, no. Ow. God, I hate these jet streams. They're so annoying. Can you please stop? Ah. Alright, maybe Anvil Ring actually does more than I appreciated because it has the benefit of origination and it hits 3 times. I'm not sold on it, but maybe it's good. It seems to be doing work for us. Oh, hello. I just do not have the timing on that down at all. Alright, this is the part where we try and just obliterate Roxy as quickly as possible. Almost done. Almost got her. This should finish her. I made sure to save all my magic for that exact reason. Now I don't have to worry about her zoning tools and we'll have a much easier fight, honestly. We're making much better time as well because we don't have to deal with having... I wouldn't say we have the most damage, but we certainly don't have the least either at this point. Biggest issue I'm having is just remembering to evade all of these very scary projectiles. Yeah, you know what? Cardio gain wouldn't be bad here, but I'm pretty sure I locked myself out of it, so I do think I'm going to have to very likely take... what's it called? Oh dear, let's not get hit by that. Oh, I have 1 HP left, and you're going to do your thing, Skilla. I know you're going to do your thing. Skilla, just do it, Skilla, just do it. Oh, you didn't even get to do it. Alright, that's fair. I did not see that loose projectile there, unfortunate. Our special guest indeed. Here, have more magic. Oh my god, I hate this pattern. I hate this pattern so much, Kiwi. I'm so bad at dealing with it. Whatever. Skilla and the Sirens is still objectively my worst boss in this game. I am so bad at them, and eating a Death Defiance there is kind of expected, frankly. It is what it is. Alright, on to the next floor, where I can hopefully ramble and get another special focused Chaos boon. That would be really cool if we got that. Would be really a shame if they make it so I can't even use my special. 2 of them, though. I don't know if I want to lock in 2 into a,
Maybe I should switch.
Into a Fields of Mourning. I don't know how Chaos works in the Fields of Mourning, honestly. In theory, they don't take away, like, the max number of chambers you run into, so it's worth taking this. But I'm going to be stacking debuffs. We'll have to find out. If I lose out on some big buffs, I'm going to be sad, but it is what it is. I need to learn. Experimental Hammer at this point will carry into the rest of the run, so I do think I take that. Honestly, Silver Wheel is not bad here either. I need max magic. I don't have a god boon for it. I think I'll take Experimental Hammer. What do we get? Final Slice, that's, I think, useless, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm never going to be using my full attack sequence, so that's objectively worthless. Unfortunate. Oh well. So, alright, so I have my little shrine area, then I have my kind of workshop-y tower. It's the octagonal building, which, like I mentioned before, doesn't necessarily perform as well as I had hoped. I have a bunch of tool racks on the walls, and they're all clipping through the planks in the wall. and it looks awful. I don't know. I'm definitely a bit frustrated by it, to say the least. All right, Chaos, what have you got for us this time? Oh, hey, Flux. Or Darkness, thank you. And a fish, another fish.
Catch. Caught out.
All right, Chaos, have a gift.
You can sense my motive in giving you this. Sometimes we simply feel an impulse to express our admiration. Knowing how important your whims are to you, surely you understand.
Europeans often demand tribute from their worshippers, do they not? Their custom, perhaps, but not mine. I merely ask that you honor our arrangement in perpetuity. But neither shall I reject your offering.
They're so cool looking.
Hail, almighty chaos.
Let's see, Omega moves deal more damage for each Aether boon I have. So that's, you get Aether from duos and legendaries, I believe. Boons have a chance of being higher rarity, or, ooh, max magic, but we lose 4 boons to choose from, basically. I don't know if that rejected mind is worth it. The max magic is tempting. Rarity up is good too, but I think we'll go for... I can't take this. It'll lock me out of my specials. Let's reroll.
Sure, why not?
Oh, hello. Mega moves deal more damage, but if I don't clear the next 2 encounters in 2 minutes, I take a bunch of damage. That should be fine. Field of Mourning should be very forgiving on that, I think, because it's not locations, it's encounters here. But a Death Defiance is not bad either. I think I'll take the Omega move damage up because we're really building around that anyway. Oh, but that means we're locked out of the legendary for the future. I didn't realize. Oh well. Ares here or roll for Poseidon. I mean, we need Ares duo with Poseidon anyway, so this is a fine option for us. Plus Ares has some pretty solid options for us regardless. Oh gosh. Oh no, I'm slow. Let me out, let me out. All right, we're gonna focus on killing your friends. I understand now that that was a mistake to be so greedy. Hula, would you care to help, Miss Kitty? Good kitty. Oh, I get it. The reason, you know what? Honestly, Anvil Ring might actually work for our build because if you consider it from this perspective, the, it's another thing that can trigger Froth, because Froth gets triggered with each hit, and we are hitting 3 times with that cast, so it's actually kind of good for this build, maybe.
In the name of Hades.
All right, Ares, Arterial Spray. Would have loved to get this. We're probably not going to get this, and I definitely don't want a special. So Arterial Spray, we now have a 25% chance for our specials to hit twice. That's insane for our build. Exactly what we want.
Let me show you the way.
And now I don't really care what I get from Ares. I think, honestly, we need to go looking for a magic regen boon. So Chaos can, in theory, give us magic regen, so hopefully that's what we get here.
Why not?
These Gates of Ixion may be coming in clutch. We'll see. Another Darkness. Okay. Maybe Darkness shows up if you get multiple Chaos Gates in a row. See another fish over there, too. Afterwards, use 40% less magic, but cannot use my special. That's a deal breaker. Prime magic. Whenever you use magic, prime until the next location, then channel Omegas faster. That could be good. I think I roll here again.
The Fates won't mind.
Boons have a chance of being rarer, more max HP, or a magic regen. 4 encounters, we sprint 44% slower. That's going to be a bit rough because it'll probably persist into Cerberus, but that will solve our magic problem very greatly. So I think I'll take that.
Tula, fish.
And that speed down on sprint is rough, but I think it'll be forgiving for what we're aiming to do.
Projelly.
All right, so another hammer, HP and Hephaestus, or magic and palm. I think hammer, honestly, is what we need, and the coin will let us get a boon in the end shop. Yeah, let's do that. Arguably, HP might be better for just survivability. If we are at least offered 1 more room in the Fields of Mourning, we should be fine, because the Chaos Boon should expire before Cerberus, if that's the case. The question is a big if on that, though, because if it doesn't, then we're going to be in a rough spot. I'm just going to focus on keeping my distance and spamming special from a nice happy place of you can't touch me. Yeah, we've definitely got base damage. I definitely don't feel like this is one of those runs that has scaled out of control per se, but it's got promise.
My chaos curse subsided.
All right, so that, I forget, what was that? That was channel speed, or no, it was Omega damage, I think. Why am I running this way? Okay, I'm going to get this. Probably shouldn't use up my magic like this, to be honest. There we go. I don't think these guys drop coin, but it doesn't hurt to try and get it. Got Night Bloom now, so I will go ahead and summon this friend. Alright, where are our enemies? Tula says they're all coming from over here. Honestly, the roughest part about not having a lot of sprint speed is just the fact that I can't pick up these Revenants as quickly. Which honestly can be a bit of a detriment in the long run, but we'll see how that plays out in the grand scheme of things. I don't honestly mind Revenants. When they first were released, their pickup range was much smaller, and that made them extremely difficult to deal with, but they've balanced them very well, I think. Enough that you have to plan around them, but not that you have to really, like, hurt yourself to get. Let's see. So, once again, not really anything great for the special, but, I mean, 500 damage to armor, each hit from our special, not our Omega special, mind you, does melt armor. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, to be clear. Like, I'm not complaining about that at all. I just would have really loved to see more knife damage. I guess I shouldn't complain. Bouncing knives is doing quite a bit of work for us. All right, I should probably just skip these enemies in consideration of time. Honestly, we're making pretty good time. All right, do we see boss room or do we get one more encounter? We do get one more encounter. That's really good for us. Downside is it's up against Echo, which I really would not want to give up. And that Selene room would be kinda nice. Still think... Let's roll this chamber once and see what we get. Not worth it. I'm gonna take Echo. I'm probably gonna regret this because I need an encounter to clear this Chaos Curse for my sprint speed.
Echo, good, it's you. There's something I wanted to say. Wanted to say. It's really nothing, but, wise fellow with a very keen sense of self-worth once told me. I hope you find someone who loves you like I love myself.
I feel like she's gonna know who you're talking about.
Like I love myself. I love myself. Love myself.
That's good, Echo. You should love yourself. Double the level of a random boon whose palm level is higher than the rest. That would hit our special and basically give us another 15 damage on it. Or we get another hammer. Oh, okay, we're getting another hammer.
Be strong, okay? Be strong. Strong.
And of course, we still don't get anything for this. What is my RNG? This is awful. This is so cruel. We have 4 hammers this run, and only one of them affected the special in a significant way for our build. Like, yeah, the armor damage is great. It really is. I shouldn't downplay that, but it just, ugh. That's frustrating. Your attack deals 40% damage. No. Your attacks deal more damage when striking from behind. No. Yeah, I guess I'll just take the base power.
Blades shine like the moon.
If we see an anvil, I'm going to take it if I can take it, you know. Hephaestus, I mean, let me check something, honestly. Do we still have... We're out of Grizzly Gain there, and then for Poseidon, we are out of Tidal Gain, right? Blood Gain. And then for Hestia, yeah, our only option for magic regen at this point is Tough Gain. So I guess I'll take this Hephaestus room. I feel like the other room's objectively better, but I'll go for Tough Gain here. It's really, in my opinion, a terrible game boon because you don't want to have a reason to get hit. Unless you're running an AFK Vengeance build, you know? But, like, that's very gimmicky and niche, and, like, in the grand scheme of how it plays, the only reason Tough Gain works is if you're building around armor, but armor just gets broken so easily, so unless I have a way of, like, regenerating my armor very easily in every encounter, and, like, especially for drawn-out encounters, like, it's not gonna work for bosses. It will work for trash rooms if you've got, like, security system going, I suppose, but beyond that, I don't know. I don't think it's a good boon. I think it's the worst gain boon in the game, honestly.
Great Hephaestus, your work is beyond compare, and I'm grateful for your candor with me as well. Please, take this offering.
Yes, Hephaestus, your gain boon is beyond compare. It's the worst one in the game.
Anytime I get an offering, it's because somebody wants something from me. You're already getting premium service, but hey, it's your nectar. I know, I reckon.
All right, what do you got?
Olympus, I accept this message.
I wonder if we're set up for any of his duos, actually. Let me scan through that real quick. But obviously, I have to take his gain, or I will never have a gain boon aside from what we got from Chaos. Let's see. Brave Face, no. Do we need one of your... Okay, we would need one of his Ding Ding boons for that. And then... Not set up for Hestia, not set up for Ares either, so yeah. I'd love security system, honestly, and Marshall, this would be so good. It would be so good, but I gotta take Tough Gain. I've gotta take Tough Gain. There's no getting out of that, unfortunately. I'm saving my last reroll for something I desperately want or need. We are getting a bunch of free Path of Stars, which is a lot more than I expected to get.
Choose your path.
The Raised Servants gain any take damage effects. Here's our indefinite, so we need that. Your cast causes your free servants to appear in the area. Okay. And then this is, I don't need that. So, okay, we're gonna build towards this to start. So what do we want? Hex auto charges, or 10%. We'll take Hex auto charges for now. And then more damage from the servants. Good. So Kiwi, I think I mentioned it already, but if I didn't, Chroma has found her favorite toy from her childhood, the hair catcher from your bathtub that you had in the first apartment you lived in when we were in grad school. And she has rediscovered her love for it, and she has been bringing it around the house, just crying out. We genuinely thought she was like having a something bad was going on yesterday because she was so vocal about it. But no, she was just like, look at me, I have a hair catcher, it's my favorite.
I'm here.
It was really cute, honestly. But anyway, where was I going? So back on the topic of construction with RuneScape. So we've got my little workshop that's in the broken octagonal room that kind of is a combination of like a craftsman's room and a fisherman's room, because I have my bathysphere that lets me show off all of the fish that I've accumulated over the course of my playthrough. And then, all right, let's see, HP. We'll take the we want the boon here if we can get one. What have we got? There's a Hermes boon, which isn't amazing. We have a Core God boon as well. We do not. So Palm Slice could hit the special. I guess I'll take Hermes. I don't really need this per se. Tall Order. We have a chance with Earth boons here, but I don't think it's worth risking for. Do I re-roll? I don't think I re-roll here. I think the odds of us getting Tall Order activated at this point in the run is very low. Special attack faster could be good. Sprint for 1 block damage is decent. I'll take Nimble Limbs, I think. And then let's heal up, because I know I'm going to take a lot of damage against Cerberus. I'm just not very practiced against him. All right, Charon, give us some good luck.
Moonlight guide us.
But yeah, so it's got that, and it's the base of Kiwi's tower.
You've got a lot of energy for an old dog.
All right, observe our damage.
I'm out in the open.
Oh dear. You mean I'm out in the open? What does she mean by saying that? I'm not actually sure. All right, we're trying to just trigger Froth as much as possible here, because that's the core of our damage. I don't actually know how to deal with that pattern where he cordones off most of the area. Also need to recognize that he has that back attack that just absolutely catches me off guard every time, even though it's very predictably going to come out. Oh dearie. I am taking a lot of damage here, and that's... Oh wait, Night Gain, or Night Bloom, go. This should help with our damage a little bit. All right, where is Dog? There is Dog. It's a shame that we actually have like no source of Scorch. Scorch would have done so much damage on this build. I thought I dodged that, lame. All right, we're down 2 Death Defiances, which isn't ideal. Get out of this as quick as possible. Here comes Dog. I think it killed our friend. Oh, which makes sense, I guess. Friend isn't infinite now. Ooh, Laser will do a lot of damage, actually, I think. Oh, dearie me. Oh, gosh. Oh, dearie. Kiwi, I have not practiced against Dog. I don't have the damage for Dog. Oh, my goodness. How am I going to do Chronos? Oh, there's our last Death Defiance. Oh, no. Not good, Dog. Not good, Dog. Have another laser, sir. Yeah, our build is really good for rooms and AoE, but falls extremely short for bosses, unfortunately.
Now I release you.
I'm gonna have to play so safe for Chronos. You know what I should have done? I should have taken Athena.
Three-headed Cerberus tempers his boundless rage and hides for now his fangs.
All right, I think what I have to do here, I'm really glad I held out on my reroll. I have a chance of saving myself. We're gonna apply the age-old strategy of hoping that Prometheus, or not Prometheus, that Patroclus and Achilles give us their Death Defiance regen. So the reason why I did that is Athena's Keepsake only works if we have no Death Defiances left, and we currently now have no Death Defiances left. I don't know if this was a good decision, to be clear. We are going to take Athena's Keepsake, the Gorgon Amulet. When you have no Death Defiances, Athena may appear this night with at least epic boons. there's a bit of a concern that it says at least, that she may. I don't know if she can show up in Tartarus. That's also a big assumption on my part. Restore 10% HP every time we enter a location. Yeah, let's do that.
Here goes.
All right, Kiwi, things are looking a little dicey for this run, but we're really going to be depending on Athena. Now, the downside to taking Athena's keepsake here is the fact that it,
5 chambers left.
I think, primes 120 max magic, which means I'm basically not going to be able to use my Omega cast, or my Omega moves.
The princess of the Underworld.
I'm basically not going to be able to use my Omega moves, and especially my Omega special, which is kind of the core of our build, at all for the rest of the run, unless I get some max magic up, which is going to be a hard find here. We're going to hopefully get some extra chambers and see that Athena coming in, but I don't know. I'll know Athena's spawning if I just feel like there are... Oh, I know Athena's spawning, I guess. She spawned immediately, which is quite nice for us.
All this gold. What has become of Tartarus? The Titan Kronos rendered it almost entirely unrecognizable.
Perhaps when next I use the Gorgon amulet to summon you here, you could ask him yourself, Lady Athena.
Oh, would that I could and the amulet were even stronger. But all strategies have limitations. My blessing rather than my presence shall have to do as you approach your goal.
All right, Athena, please. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Renewed Faith. Replenish all spent uses of Death Defiances now and improve their potency. So actually, we're not even giving max... Yeah, we're not even giving up max magic, so that's amazing. And we heal 20% more. And the funniest part about all of this is if we get the Hades boon that gives us more damage... If Hades shows up, he can give us a boon that makes us deal more damage based on the number of Death Defiances we have consumed this run, which means we can actually have a fair bit of damage up potential here. All right, these mice are a little spooky. Or should I say, aggressively tiny vermin. But now I have the Vermomancer on my side. Not great for the enemies. All right, here we go. 2 dings and no doors. Well, I guess I shouldn't complain. We got 4 Athena Death Defiances, and it overrode Tula's Death Defiance too, which is interesting. Anyway, so I've got the bathysphere, and my little workshop is the base of a tower that does not have a staircase from the ground floor. That is then the base of Kiwi's tower, which has Kiwi's bedroom and her study, which has some astronomy themed stuff and a whole lot of demons and dragons themed stuff once it's fully built. She's got a ton of bookcases, and then leading to Kiwi's tower from the first floor of the building, so the floor above the ground floor for those who basically, at this point, I can't keep track of which one is the American versus the British description for ground versus first floor. So just know, I'm going to say ground floor for the floor that is on the ground, and then the first floor is the floor above the ground floor.
Welcome.
Whereas I think in America, it's first floor is the ground floor.
Three-headed Cerberus eyes every surface of the chamber all at once.
Let me get that for you.
But basically, first floor has Kiwi's bedroom. It's got a pipe organ and some demon skulls and a demonic lectern and a cat rug, because of course it has to have a cat rug.
I know some of the nectar's going to our loyal shades, but I would like for you and Mother to enjoy this one yourselves. Whenever the occasion fits, just sometime.
The occasion for such pleasantries. Perhaps after our underworld renovations are complete, and we have taken proper stock of our resources and the shades, then finally we may accept a moment of reprieve.
Oh, stop it, Hades. Surely we can make good on Malinui's request sooner than that. You know better than anyone that the toil never ends, so the moments of reprieve have to be seized when they present themselves.
Thus speaks the Queen. Thank you for this, daughter, but you truly need not spare such thoughts on us. We have each other once again. I myself have want for nothing more.
That is a very sweet notion, Hades, especially following the story of Hades 1. Very cute.
With you to thank for the return of Hypnos. He would not cease apologizing for his dereliction of duty. He now is taking stock of the number of days he missed work.
He is very good at counting, as it turns out.
We figured that would help to keep him occupied. seeing as we haven't been able to take in as many newcomers as we once did.
So literally, instead of having him do his main job, you're just having him count the number of days he messed up? That seems really cruel.
The court has remained closed. Nevertheless, there are growing numbers of shades awaiting their turns, and we require Hypnos to keep them orderly and informed.
Hypnos is very good at informing people, that much I know at least.
He's going to have difficulty keeping all of them at bay if there's no telling when court shall reopen, though.
You can always take a stress nap.
Oh, we need not bore our daughter with administrative drudgery. The point was merely that this missing son of Nyx has now been located. One fewer matter to resolve.
Agreed. All right, what have you got, Daddy Darkness? All right. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. Here we are. Last gasp. Deal more damage based on how many times you've used Death Defiances this night. I mean, Life Tax is objectively the better option, and Unseen Ire is really good, but I have to for the memes. Last gasp, there it is. Okay, Skigoro's Dash is really good for us too, but Last gasp is so funny because by the end of this run, when I inevitably am on my last legs, I'm going to be doing 80% more damage.
Granted.
Cronus is going to absolutely melt us. I think he'll probably one-shot us with most of his attacks if I had to guess. So I'm definitely a bit terrified of what's to come. Because objectively speaking, we still don't have the best damage. I think some of that is, I'm now realizing we're at like almost 1 hour into the run. Running Death Defiances, you really do feel the loss of damage from giving up Strength Guard. Hopefully we make up for that with all of our damage buffs soon enough, but... Anyway, so one thing I should mention going into Chronos that I forgot. So the reason why we lost last run, I watched the footage and now I understand. So my mistake was that I did not know that when he goes into phase 2, he does 3 rounds of his big instant kill move. And when he uses his big instant kill move, he starts dropping the time dilations, the bubbles, like these orange bubbles over here that slow you down, or basically freeze you in place for that matter. And as it turns out, he generates one directly around himself when he does that big instant kill move. And so as a result, I thought he only had one attack, went running face first into him, got caught in his bubble, and his bubble lasts the full duration of all 3 of his attacks. So there was nothing I could do. It was awful. It was really unfortunate, and it was just a matter of lack of game knowledge, unfortunately. So now that I know to expect that, I am ready for it, but I still have to beat him, Kiwi. And I will be honest, our damage on this run is nowhere near as good as it's been in previous runs. So all bets are off on how this will go, but especially in phase 3, I imagine I'm not going to really have much time to charge up Omega attacks or specials.
Uncle Poseidon, it is an honor to have earned your blessing, especially for all the battles still to come.
Well, I'm left to wonder who it was that taught you such good manners, niece. You're like a proper little lady. I'm impressed.
In the name of Hades.
Condescending is always there, Poseidon. Alright, C-Star this late into the game doesn't really matter. I honestly probably just take Buried Treasure for the coin and the HP, so that I can maybe afford a little bit extra from the shop. Breaker Rush isn't bad here. It would set us up for his duo, or his legendary, but the odds of us seeing his legendary at this point are very low. I don't know, it is tempting. It is tempting here, Kiwi, because we could see a Poseidon boon in the last room and get King Tide, which would be really helpful against Kronos. I guess I'm gonna roll for it and hope. I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna dream. I'm gonna believe. I shouldn't believe. I know better than to believe, but I'm doing it anyway.
Who first?
Okay, you know, we've got decent damage if all of our projectiles land. It's mostly just a matter of if our projectiles all land. And I guess Breaker Rush is affected by the duo with Ares too, which is worth appreciating. Vula, why don't you help us take out the vermin? Anyway, so I guess so basically Kiwi's tower is cordoned off by its connection to the first floor of the house. Again, not the ground floor, the first floor. And to gain access to it, you have to actually go through the back corner of the main body of the house, and then go upstairs, which has access to my bedroom and a little closet space when it finally gets built. I don't have enough decorations to make it even look like a closet space or a bedroom for this point. The top floor is basically just kind of ignored right now because I just don't have enough decoration allotment for it. And then Oh, hey, excellent, Aslini. Well, if we can upgrade our Night Bloom, that'll give us some extra damage against Kronos. This should give us enough to make it last through the fight now, like give us the infinite duration effect, which is very useful for our build here. I'm like so focused on the run that I can't maintain commentary. Forgive me, Kiwi. Oh no, we're slow. That was a very necessary sound of distress. Anyway, so the idea is that hallway leading to Kiwi's room will eventually just be a hall of dragons, because Kiwi loves dragons and tentacles, and why wouldn't I make a hallway dedicated to that for her evil tower with an astronomy power effect as well? Let's see. Deal more damage this encounter. Do I have any absorbs damage from us? No. I would love to have the damage reduction buff from this that it sometimes gives, but it doesn't look like we're going to be so lucky. I really wish this didn't show up. I mean, like, I can see where it would be good, but I just wish it would show up less, I guess. I guess I'll take the damage up. I don't think I want this. 500 damage is a lot on paper, but if it's only once through the entire fight, it's probably not as good as it seems. 10% more damage from servants, sure. More damage from us, and more damage from our servants. Sure. There we go. Alright, presumably that's the last Path of Stars that we'll see for the run. What are you? Oh, hey, a Path of Stars.
You cannot hide from us.
Haha, very funny. Play your foe. Okay, I can deal that. Alright, I need to... Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Alright, I'm trying to keep my distance and failing at a fundamental level. If I play my strengths with the corners, I should be fine. Toss out Night Bloom for a distraction, and now we're fine. Okay, there we go. That was a little sketchy, but we're fine. We're fine. We're definitely fine. May I have my Path of Stars, please? All right, and then we'll just focus on things that make us do more damage, or our familiar do more damage. So, all right. I deal 5% more damage. My servant deals 5% more damage, and I deal 10%. I deal 10% more damage, and now my servant does 10% more damage as well. That should be really good for us, especially because Kronos' servants actually do a fair bit of damage. If I can steal one of his mini bosses, that'll be really good for the rest of the run, or the rest of the fight. Assuming they don't disappear in between phases, which they very well might, but kind of conversely, he summons enemies that heal him, I believe, so that might be actually very silly for us. Our HP definitely isn't looking perfect, but it's not looking terrible either. I may just have to accept that I'm not going to really commentate on the rest of my house until the next run. I think I'm going to have to be locked in for this run if I want to win 32 heat on a less than great DPS build, I suppose. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to building my Shrine Hall and my Hall of Dragons. I've got a beautifully set up kitchen. It just needs a center divider where I can have like a kind of like a cooktop space for, well, not a cooktop space. I already have I have 2 ovens in my kitchen, which is just like the dream for both of us, Kiwi. We want a multi-oven kitchen because with the way we meal prep and the things we cook, two ovens honestly would work for us really well. All right, and then I've got a cute little dining room with a banquet table full of food and aestheticism, I suppose. Hestia, after all this time, you have finally shown up again. Ooh, do I take this anvil? I really don't think I do, because it could... Actually, you know what? We don't really need bouncing knives at this point, right? Because we're not going to be dealing with armored enemies, I think. We're not going to really be dealing with armored enemies, and we're not going to be needing as much AoE anymore, because we'll mostly be focusing on Kronos for DPS, so I think I do take this, but only if I can afford it after these 2 other things, or 3 other things. Let's see, slow cooker or controlled burn at long last. Honestly, controlled burn would be really strong. Slow cooker gives us another base 6 damage on our specials, which is not nothing, especially with all the % damage we've gained on it. I think I take controlled burn though. That's just so much. I think this will do more damage in the long run. Take the HP, and we are just shy of being able to afford that anvil. Unlucky, but I honestly think we're probably fine enough. All right, Charon, give us your RNG. All right, let's put this run to end. Run to rest. Here we go. Do we get our first ever 32 fear? First ever 32 fear run of the playthrough. Can I do it, Kiwi? Let's find out.
Kronos.
I don't know, eh?
Blast. The ill effects of chaos here. Such senselessness. So then have you persuaded the primordial originator into thinking that I somehow got the best of our exchange? Let's and the three fates. Or nothing at all.
I mean, when you put it that way, you definitely did get the best of your exchange.
Chaos indicated some displeasure, yes. But the effects you sense are no more to my benefit than yours. We're talking about a perfectly impartial being.
I mean, they're not offering their boons to Kronos, are they?
Impartial, you say? A thinking being is incapable of that. The moment Chaos first conceived of anything, they renounced impartiality forever. And certainly they are not on my side.
I definitely agree with Kronos on this one. I don't think Chaos is as impartial as Mel wants them to be. All right, get ready for a dash attack. All right. Oh, goodness. Oh, you know what? We should take out one of your friends. We should take out your friends ASAP, because they are doing a lot of damage. There we go. Here's a friend.
Get your own servants.
No, they're mine now.
Let us invite some guests.
Oh, goodness. Okay, right. When they die, they drop AoEs. I need to remember that. Their AoEs are mine, though. Oh, no. I panicked. I panicked, Kiwi. I panicked. Darn it. Okay, we're taking a lot more damage than is ideal. All right. Oh, dearie me. Oh, gosh, Kronos. All right, as long as I tried to iframe through that. I really did, I swear. I don't even know where the old dude is. Oh my goodness. Can I at least get through phase 1 without losing a Death Defiance? No, I definitely cannot. It's not going great. I really missed the strength card's damage buffs and frankly, both damage reduction and damage up buffs. Oh goodness. Oh, please die, please die. I wonder if this is a better enemy for my summon. I'm gonna find out. Let's see, because it should do like continuous damage against Kronos in theory, even if it's not a lot. All right. And that there's phase 1. Phase 3 will require a lot of dashing and dodging, but not necessarily as much in the way of damage taken. Actually, this is my chance to shine. He's gonna just stand here and take it for us. All right. Really, you're only gonna do 1? Man, I need to get better at dodging that. Oh, there it is. Like, where's your other attack? All right, dodge that. Oh, now we're doing 3. Okay, weird. Okay, I did not know he could do that. All right, we need to kill his friends. Let's focus on not getting hit here. Okay, phase 2 is almost over. And by almost over, I mean halfway there. All right, we're doing this again. That's fine. I'll take out your friends first. Hide out your projectile here. Oh, no. Goodness me. Oh, and Chroma's cheering for me in the background with her hair catcher again. Kiwi, there are so many things on this screen. My gosh. Oh, dearie. Oh, my goodness. That was 996 damage. It's literally a one-shot if you fall into that. That was my fault. That was entirely my fault. All right, that was avoidable. Oh, my goodness. Giant AoE side attack. Oh, my goodness. I do not know any of his patterns on this. Oh, he's a lot scarier. Okay, I could have dodged that. I could have dodged that. Oh, my goodness. Get this if I can. Okay, there we go. Phase 2 down. Phase 2 down. I have 2 Death Defiances left. Remember, the last Death Defiance does not have as much as the other 3 in theory. All right, we focus on doing what damage we can. Oh my goodness, lasers, lasers. Oh my goodness, there goes our HP. Okay, we're on our last Death Defiance. All right, just focus on dodging. Clearly, I need to just focus on dodging and not getting hit by the things that are on the ground, and eventually he will make it so I can hit him. I don't worry about doing anything else before then. All right, here we go. Oh goodness. All right, damaging him with. Oh, we're slow. We're slow. We're so slow. Oh my goodness, we crit for 1400 there. That was nice. All right, Kronos. We don't even. I think. Oh my goodness. There are so many moments of me just saying, "Oh my goodness," because I am just not prepared for this fight. Yeah. What are we doing? Okay, we're in phase. We're phased. Okay, that's 28 damage. It's fine. I can deal with that. Oh, big AoEs. Big AoEs. All right, have another big AoE fire. All right, we're safe here if I just spam projectiles. What are you gonna do? Okay, we're gonna do that. That makes sense. He's not doing as much damage. Man, I would love to have Knucklebones. Oh, right, I have this. Okay. Laser. Healing laser. Healing laser, Kiwi. I think. Is it working? Is it working? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh. Ah! Can you hear how frantic I am here, Kiwi? I definitely am not going to do Battle of Rivals 4 often. This is healing me. It actually is healing me. His little friend is healing me, Kiwi. This is incredible. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I don't like when I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna focus on dodging for now. Keep healing me. Friend! No, I don't want to. I don't want to perish. I want to win. I'm gonna win, Kiwi. We're not gonna lose this Death Defiance. Tula, heck of up. Show him why cats are better than time. Oh my goodness. Whoa! Okay, calm the heck down. Okay, we're doing this again. This is fine. We just focus on running. Just a big circle run. Hope our little clock friend tries to heal us again soonish. Okay, it looks like we're done with, nope, we're not done. Oh, and it gets little AoEs around it. That's very cute, Kronos. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Come on, just a little bit more damage. One more hit. I think we got him. Come on, and there we go. 32 Fear, first ever clear, and Battle of Rivals 4 Underworld.
Monstrous grandchild, you.
Okay, me indeed, Q. Whew, what a run.
Flow freely forth.
That was a very sweaty run.
Cannot be stopped.
But this video can be. Kiwi, this went on long enough. My goodness, this is gonna be a long one. Okay. My mouse is on, in theory. There it is. Excuse me. All right, let's see. What are we gonna honor? I mean, we have to honor Athena. She carried the run. Let's do... I mean, honestly, as fun as Controlled Burn was, it was objectively... What was it called? This came in clutch out of nowhere, gave us a lot of extra early damage from Chaos. But honestly, if I'm gonna say what gave us the win, Renewed Faith, my gosh, Athena coming in so clutch. And then Controlled Burn, just making it so we didn't have to stand in the face of very scary things. If I can find it, I will honor it. There it is, Glowing Cold, that's what I meant. And honestly, Dancing Knives was surprisingly good here. I downplayed how good it could be. Interesting to appreciate the fact that maybe I don't understand how good Hephaestus's cast is, because that's a lot of damage on the cast. I'm going to presume that also included Glowing Coal's damage, and Glowing Coal was definitely the hard carry for damage. But there we go. Froth actually didn't do that much damage overall. I'm surprised. We used it a lot. That was a sweaty run if ever there was one.
The Princess of the Dead has fought by now not only to the ends of the earth, but to the end of time. Quite the accomplishment for one still in the midst of youth.
Yeah, I guess I'll...
Well, you know.
I'll recount the rest of my construction experience in the next episode. There was so much I had to focus on. Without Strength Card, this was a lot harder, honestly.
Another victory, and yet an adversary such as Time has proven a most stubborn one indeed. If I myself were Time, why, I would simply turn back the sundial, assuming that I could, so that this night would never come to pass.
That's a little rude. I mean, we did get our win. Homer, be nice. I think this was a good night. It was a long night. I didn't get a lot of commentary about things unrelated to the game in, but I think it was a good run. All right, Freenos, good RNG for the next run, please.
A satisfactory result that time, wouldn't you say? Emma, I mean...
In seeking me, you seek only your doom.
I've come to... Oh, Kiwi, I just realized we unlocked the 4th aspect of the Sister Blades. That's exciting. I realized because Artemis is here to remind us. Let's see, the Master of the Sea, the daughter of the God of the Dead, shall earn a variety of boons from Poseidon, plus 500 bones.
The seas are at your call.
Master of the Forge, the daughter of the daughter of the God of the Dead, shall earn a variety of boons from Hephaestus, plus 500 bones.
The God of the Forge shall support you.
The Sister Blades, the daughter of the God of the Dead, shall apply various Daedalus enchantments to the blades called Lim and Oros, 250 bones.
Your skill with Lim and Oros only grows.
Thanks for all your support, Moos.
Hello, Princess. I trust that when we spoke quite recently that I did not make you,
I think I just called him Moos. I'm not sure what I said there.
What is it, Lord Moros? I've enjoyed our conversations lately, so you needn't fear. I'd tell you if I thought something was wrong. I'd ask you do the same.
And I shall, except in this case, I believe I misconstrued something I thought you may have thought, because admittedly I am a little new at all of this.
My own experience in such matters is significantly lacking too. As long as we stumble together, I suppose.
I too suppose. You be well tonight.
Look at our little Moros being so awkward and friendly. I love it.
Don't hate me, babe, okay? It's not my fault I keep lying to you, manipulating you, shooting you with the rail, making you clean up after me, saying awful things behind your back.
Yeah, I made you do all of that, clearly.
While I cannot shake the sense that this is a personal feeling of mine, in spite of everything, I don't hate you, Aris. Not entirely. Although, whose fault is all of that, if not your own?
My mother's. It's Nyx's fault, that's whose. Because she literally made me what I am, and what I'll always be. I could have been old age or friendship, but no. And I can't change my nature, no matter how hard I try.
Sounds like you got some mommy issues there, Eris.
And approximately how hard would you say you've tried?
I mean, I haven't really yet, but I'm going to this time, I swear.
I don't believe that either.
And I encourage you.
Aw. Kind of you to be encouraging. I really do appreciate that the people who show up in the underworld are dependent on what runs you've done. Eris shows up if you haven't done an overworld in a while. Basically if you defeat them or see them, they show up. So we saw Artemis in the underworld, and so she's here now.
Hey, I can't exactly practice like this on Olympus, you know.
Yeah, because Apollo would just jump in and sing with you. And no one wants that, right? You only get one cutscene with that, and then it's never again. All right. More animal crackers, or what did I make? Nectar? Nectar. Okay, cool. Yeah, we definitely want to keep the nectar pouring because we have a lot of that to use. And we'll be in no short order of Stardust and Golden Apples because we just farm those like no tomorrow from Chaos's Trials and Eris on the overworld.
Power to change.
Hecate's out on the overworld, I guess, or out on the prowl. And what did we get here? We didn't get anything. Okay. I think I'll sit on the moon dust for now.
What do I need?
And we'll keep buying these one-off items since I'm presumably going to need all of them eventually, if not already. Oh, hey, Icarus.
Could have been topside right now, bringing down what's rightfully deserved.
As far as I can tell, the number of warships headed for Olympus has remained roughly the same night after night. Their mission doesn't seem to be affected in the slightest.
Their aim is to cut off the waterways and spread the limited attention of Olympus thin. Continue to disrupt them as you can, my lad. Though if the Harpies flock too thick, fall back.
You got it, sir. Those ships are ill-equipped against attackers from the sky, and the Harpies haven't caught up with me yet. All right, I'm off.
He and Hermes would get along well, I imagine.
Out there.
Up you go.
Still no return of Hypnos, sadly. Very curious to see what happens when he does return, though, because presumably he will, and he'll be right here, because this is Hypnos' spot. He'd have to at least come back for his Zagreus plushie, right? All right, let's say goodnight to Skelly. Oh, what's this? Oh.
What is that over there? It looks quite comfortable.
All right, Kiwi, it looks like we are getting the Dream Comforter and another Zagreus plushie. All right, I'm curious about this, but I'm not going to interact with it until the next episode, because I think this episode has gone on very long and it needs to end.
But how in the... Okay, she's here. Shut up.
Am I officially Knight's champion?
I mean, we did beat 32 Fear on one floor. I think we still have to do the other one, though.
Moonlight guide you, good shade.
All right, Skelly, what have you got to say to us?
For your extraordinary feat, the most extraordinary gift of all.
What is it going to be, Kiwi? Oh, my... That's Skelly's head.
I'm deeply honored, Commander, to be in service to the realm and to have earned such provocative sculptures. I thought art was about the expression of beauty. I never realized that it could inspire so many complicated emotions.
That is the power of art. You never know what you're going to feel when you experience it until you experience it for the first time.
I got a lot of complicated emotions just thinking about what it took to get those things in here without you noticing. But anyway, congrats. We'd have a feast in your honor or something, but nobody's supposed to know about this stuff. So it's gonna have to be our secret and all that.
So does this mean I truly am Knight's champion? And eternal glory is mine?
You better believe it.
Heck yeah, okay. eternal glory. Like, actually, is that... I think that's Skelly's head. Like, she's just holding Skelly's head.
Hello, ladies.
Just look at them.
Just look at them, ladies. All right, Kiwi. I did the thing by accident again. I'm going to sign off. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you are sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for some more Hades 2, where we will inevitably find out what the Dream Comforter is. I have no idea what this is, but I guess Hypnos left us a little gift. We'll have to find out soon. See you then, Kiwi. Bye-bye.